What up YouTube, this is your boy Dr. Lee coming at you again with a product review. Now this time we're going to inform, product. So I've had this app for a minute now, but they just updated it, and I figured, you know what, since I've had this app, I really wasn't using it much. They did the update, and I've actually been using it for a little bit too. So I just thought I should let you guys know what this app is and how awesome it is, and if it is actually DSLR killer. I don't know, but after this review, you guys can be the judge of that. I think it's pretty freaking close. But we'll see. Anyways, the app I'm about to review right now, it is actually the new band FilMiC Pro. This app is freaking ridiculously cool because since they updated this app, we now have few features in here that we call lots. And there's a lot of things that you can do with this app as well. So in case you are just into doing like some vlogging and you happen to have an iPhone 7, according to their website, this app works pretty well with the iPhone 7. It does work with other phones, obviously, like Android or iOS. So going over some of the features that we have here. First of all, this version is actually 6.0. They did do a lot of improvement. Before, the old version didn't have most of these things that you pretty much, the interface, everything have changed and they added a lot of new cool features into this thing. Literally, in my opinion, from using it for a couple of days now, I pretty much don't even take my cameras around. I usually just take my cell phone and do most of my vlogging on there, especially the fact that now they do have lots. So let's go over this real quick and see what's up. The first thing that they have in here now, we have like 3 shooting modes. The first shooting mode I would say that I like is the manual mode. What this does is it pretty much gives you the full control of your device and how to, you get to set different exposure level and like different focusing and all that stuff. So going over this app real quick, we have these. This is your exposure right here, and then this is your focus point. Once you find your sweet spot, like the focus spot, all you need to do is lock on this. It locks on your focus. And then your exposure is this right here, this button. And all you do is, again, lock your exposure, you're good to go. I usually like to do this, find my exposure and lock it, especially if I'm just pointing at one location. That's great, but once you move the phone around, your exposure start to change and your focus and everything start to change and whatnot. Another cool feature that they have here is this right here. Once you click on that right there, it brings out your control, and these 2 controls are your ISO and this side is your ISO and shutter, and this side is your focus and zoom. It's really cool. So your ISO and your shutter level, you can adjust it with this button. And then on this, again, you also can, if you want to lock your ISO, you tap on that, it turns red, and there'll be like a little symbol up here that says ISO locked. To release it, you tap on that again and you release, same as your shutter speed. You tap on that, your shutter speed locks, and then your ISO is free. So you can like adjust your ISO whatever way you want, or you can lock the ISO and adjust your shutter speed as well. However way you want to adjust your shutter speed. So that's the shutter and ISO control. Over here you have your focus control. These 2, again, as you can see, camera goes out of focus, and then use this to do both focus and your zoom. Tap on that, you get your zoom in and out as well. So this thing is like ridiculously cool. And the cool thing I like about it is almost like a drone interface, literally. Okay, moving on, you have your live analytics right here. This button right here will activate your live analytics. Once I click on this, you'll see these options appearing up here. So see those? So the first one, this is the first view pretty much. It's just plain old view, nothing really, this is just the standard view. So as you move forward to the next one, the first section right here will be a ZBrush. Click on that, and as you can see, you're activating your ZBrush right there. Bam. I mean, like, this has some features that some of these expensive DSLR cameras has. This ZBrush pretty much helps you with exposure, how to set an appropriate exposure. If you look at the image here, you'll see that some area is red and some area is blue. Now the blue area is just indicating that that section is underexposed, and the red area is indicating that your image in those areas are overexposed. Now this, with your ZBrush, with that information right there, it will help you expose your image properly. Just few warnings, you know, here and there. It helps, you know. A lot of professional cameras has these features as well. So I'm moving on to the next one. If you guys can see, this next one right here is your clipping. Pretty much this almost like ZBrush, but it just shows you where you're losing information and data and stuff like that. The red also again shows that overexposed, and the blue is going to be showing underexposed. You can set your camera for a proper exposure. These are all just little warnings to help you get the proper image that you are looking for. Again, very helpful little feature, that is little app. Actually, I don't even know so far if I can call this a little app. With these features that you only can find in expensive cameras, I say this is like just really cool. So moving on to the next one, from first we have ZBrush, now ZBrush and clipping, and then the next area will be false color. Yes, I said that. This app actually has false color. You find these in some really expensive monitors that you hook up to your camera and stuff like that. So they literally put that feature in this app. I mean, you really can't beat that. This is like getting really good. It's amazing, simply amazing. So false color will be this. So what you're looking at is pretty much like almost the same. You see like 3 different colors pretty much. You see red, green, and blue. Just like the first two, red means overexposed, blue means underexposed, and green means good. So all the areas that you see in green is good coloring, and you're good there. It shows a complete picture of your video exposure profile. So pretty much what you're looking at is just an overall picture of your video profile. I really wish I had this on my camera. That would be like super amazing, but I don't. So I might be, I don't know, getting a monitor, having to pay for an expensive monitor just to get something like this on my camera. Okay, so now moving on to the next feature. This is extremely cool, like really cool. Again, I know my camera, my Sony camera has this. This is actually focus peaking. I use focus peaking a lot, and just to record this video right now, I'm actually using focus peaking. The fourth feature on this is right there, your focus peaking. This is amazing. So if I remember these controls right here that we mentioned earlier, if I highlight focus and go back, you see there the color changes, and see that. So the more color you see in that, that means that your image is well focused. The less color you see in that, bam, you are out of focus right there. So just by seeing these colors, it tells you if your image is out of focus or in focus. But focus peaking is amazing. If you don't have it on your camera, it's time for you to upgrade, man. I'm just kidding. This ends the analytics part of this. Moving on to the next interface. This area is, this button right here is for the pause. Yes, this thing actually pauses your video and continue recording. So if I was to select that, it turns red. Now we are recording, and then if you click on that, as you can see, it turns into the pause symbol. If you long press, then the video stops. Go back to white. Again, this interface right here shows you some detail about your video. It shows you timeline and the video qualities and how many frames per second. That information right there will show you that. Now, this little window here also shows you your battery indicator and a few other information. But if you tap on that, it shows you, look at this, your graph. to see, like literally you watching live to see if how your image is exposed. As you tap on that, the graph changes as well. So, and you get your histogram, live histogram right there. Like, I mean, you cannot go wrong with those. Again, features like these you will find on extremely expensive monitors or cameras. We haven't even gotten to the fun part yet. We're gonna dive into the settings. In the setting, this entire settings is extremely customizable. You can even save your presets, whatever settings that you like, and save your presets and everything in here. And it's, oh man, this is actually like really cool and very simple, very simple. You got pretty much just all your basic settings right in here. You can have your presets. For example, if you go in here and set everything up that you need, you can save it as a preset, and then once you go and you name your preset, once you click on that, bam, you have your settings. Everything will just load automatically right there and then, and you are good to go. Moving on to the fun part. I know you guys have been wondering when. Here it is, this right here. This section right here is where all the fun begin, where you can literally control most of your settings. It's crazy how this thing has your color balance scale in here. So far, I'm not 100% sure if you can save custom color balance yet. I haven't really dug that much into it, but as you can see, I have it on auto right now. So right there, you can see auto color balance is on. But if you move your hands around, you see the color changes here and there, and these two scales are going up and down. This is your temperature and your tint right there. Those two you can control by this, or you can even adjust them independently. You guys can see here and there. My hands is like fat, so it's probably in the way. If you want to just set your auto color balance, bam, select that and it does it automatically. So you have your preset color balance in the bottom here. Select those, but usually I don't normally mess with those. I will go with color auto color balance, or I can just do it myself manually here. Okay, so moving on to the next. This is another fun part where you can actually choose your picture profile that you want to shoot in. Picture profile is very important. If you don't know much about picture profile, research it. You have your normal, dynamic, and your flat, okay, picture profile. Here's the fun part. Bam, your log profile right there. With this, you can adjust these in pretty much any way you want, and you can pretty much do this with all of this part of it. Just, you know, move this to the best adjustment that you want. Everything in here is customizable. You can actually customize your shadow and your highlights. You can't beat that, man. Like, I'm telling you, this thing has way more features in it than most DSLR cameras and even mirrorless cameras. Shooting in picture profile, it helps you a lot when it comes to color grading for the most part. So shooting in lots really is I mean, it's amazing. You can't beat that. That's one of the reasons, one of the things I was very happy about when I got this. And I did do some videos, just some test videos I will be showing you guys at the end of this, so stick through to watch. Now moving on to the next area, we have your saturation settings and you have your vibrance. Color correction and color balancing and all that stuff in camera. It's always really great to do so in camera before shooting. Do all your settings before shooting. Another cool thing is this app also comes with some noise reduction as well. It's okay, it's not that great, but it's okay, it does the job. And especially shooting with this camera on the iPhone, you are kind of limited to when it comes to shutter speed and ISO. You're really limited. So I would advise that you shoot when it is highly lit, at least, or else I've experienced a lot of graining, like grains and stuff like that, and a lot of useless footage. But yeah, so overall, I don't know, like this so far, I don't know what you guys think. You can leave some comments in the description below if you think this is a DSLR killer, or like, what do you think? I mean, to be honest, instead of spending, if you have the iPhone, you already spent a lot of money on this already. And I did shoot some videos with this prior to them getting a lot, and it worked fine. Like, color grading was fine. And now that we have lots, it's even easier, like extremely easier to color grade your footage with this stuff. Cool thing, the reason why I wanted to show you guys Apple Watch is because this app actually has an Apple Watch control to it as well. That's another sweet feature. This app also has a Apple Watch control. Interface is kind of boring, as you guys can see, but I don't know if in case you have your camera hook up to something and you want to control it with your Apple Watch, you definitely can do so as well. I think you just have to sync the two apps and bam, you should be good to go. I mean, if you like vlogging, I don't see why just getting this. The max you're gonna spend on this is like around 20 bucks, maybe even under 20 bucks, because to get this feature right here, you have to pay, I think, about $9. It is not free. This is your boy. See you guys in the next one. Don't forget, rate, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Deuces. Here are some test footage of the log and shot on here, and gonna also do some color grading. So I'm gonna show you guys what this is about. This is raw footage, and this is me shooting in the log version of this app, just so you guys can check it out, just to see what's up. But and then I'm gonna add a color grading to it. So do you really need a DSLR after seeing this? I don't know, because I'm shooting this on my iPhone right now, so we'll see. If you think you need it, then go for it. But if you just need a basic camera just for vlogging, this right here is all you need.